good, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Equity Chris.
It's your boy, Young Equity Devin. Let's get it.
Today, we're going to be talking about the stock SPCE. This is Richard Branson stock, where basically he started a company that is going to try to start commercial flights out of space. So he was the first one to go, and then Jeff Bezos actually went to space shortly after him.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of interesting how there's a craze around going to space, right? You got Elon trying to go. You have Richard Branson, who actually went. He beat everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then Jeff Bezos after that. So there's a lot of speculation with this stock, SPCE, as of right now, where it started as a SPAC. And then the price was at around, I want to say, about 15 or 16 bucks, right? Then it traded over 20, and then it went all the way to like 55, almost $60. So people were able to either 2 to 3x their money. And then there was pullbacks, and there's been some pullback ever since. It's trading around $33 right now. With all the news around going to space, I say it's a buy. What are your thoughts?
Here's my thing. You know, we can say it's a buy, right? Because it has a lot of euphoria. You know, all these people went to space. But the whole purpose of the company is to commercialize flying to outer space.
Yeah.
I just don't know how soon that'll be ready to take off. You know, en masse, right? Because it isn't as simple as going to Disneyland. I'm sure there's a lot of waivers you need to sign off. You need a whole lot of money to go up there, you know, to fuel the aircraft and everything. So I just don't see it commercially hitting the market anytime soon. I mean, think about it. Which is going to come first, robo-taxis or commercial flights to outer space?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, for one, they've already sent somebody to space, right? So by default, that's going to come first. So if you have $20 to $28 million, then you can go out there with your family. There was a kid whose dad purchase this flight seat so he can go out there with Jeff Bezos for $28 million, right? So if you got the money, you got the capital to do it, why wouldn't you? They're already doing it, right?
Well, there's already robo-taxis right now then, technically, right? The tech is here.
The tech is here, sure.
Yeah, it's just not, I don't know that a robo-taxi can navigate, the city of Houston, right? So that's the argument, right? There's all these antennas. It's only mapped out for small areas, but it's here. But now having a rocket fly multiple times a day, maybe, is that what it's going to take to be profitable? Multiple flights a day? I don't know, because they haven't even released that. They haven't gave us the business plan.
No, that makes sense. But $28 million, I'm sure they can cut something out of that $28 million. That's a lot of money to go into space. And if you think about it, Richard Branson probably he's already a billionaire, multi-billionaire, right?
$4.8 billion.
$4.8 billion. So whatever he's doing right now, he's probably getting a lot of investors involved, and they're going to make that money back. It's just going to be one of those things that, society would want to do. And if you have enough money, you're rich, it'll be a status symbol, and people will do it. So there's, like you said, euphoria around going into space. The fact is, 2 billionaires have already done it.
Yeah.
So they're going to continue to do it.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, number one, we'll probably run out of billionaires. I don't know that we have up to 200 billionaires in the world. I don't know. But, I mean, for you, how much money would you have to be worth to buy a $28 million seat to go out of space?
I would probably spend, if I was worth like $500 million, I would do it. I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal, right?
So 5% of your net worth.
Yeah, why not? Okay, for instance, Beyonce, Jay-Z, how much are they worth? About 1.5 billion or something like that?
1.5, 1.6.
Okay. They bought a Rolls Royce for $28 million.
It was 28 for the Rolls Royce?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I mean, it's a boat, and that's probably nothing to them. But at the end of the day, what are we going to do with $500 million? If I have 500, what am I going to do with that? If I can't go into space? You know what I mean?
Oh, I need to know this question. If you have $500 million, can I borrow $5 million? Can I have $5 million?
I mean, am I going to make it back?
See, that's the thing.
So
you can give Jeff $28 million to fly out of space. You can't give your boy $5 million. See, this is wrong with our people.
I would just bring you. I would just bring you. How about that?
$56 million, no.
Anyway, how you feel about this? Okay, Jeff Bezos, right? He is worth over $100 billion, right?
Yep.
He gives $100 million to Van Jones and his chef guy each. So that's $200 million he just donates to these individuals.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess that's his way of saying, hey, I spent $1 billion total on trying to go to outer space, but let me take a little bit of my money and do some good. I don't know if there was a directive to go behind this money he's giving out, but I think largely just throwing money at problems never really fixes things. So we've been better off starting organizations with that money to actually make an impact. But that's my personal opinion. And I know that his ex-wife is giving out billions already.
No, that makes sense. But when you have individuals like Van Jones, who's a decorated CNN host, and he's an advocate for the Black community.
You watch the show?
I don't watch the show. I've seen him on CNN. He's always crying. But anyway, he's now dating Kim Kardashian, and they both, I guess, have this passion together when they want to get wrongfully convicted people out of prison, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Amongst other passions they have together, sure.
At the end of the day, he's probably gonna pocket some of that money, right? Yep. He's gonna create some type of organization that's gonna get people free from prison, and that's great. He's also going to try to, give money to some organizations that he's always talking about in the Black community, and I feel like it's a good deal. Why not? This chef guy, I'm not really sure. I think he's involved in climate change, which is really cool because a lot of people are advocates about that, and that's a craze now. But would I give $100 million to individuals? Probably not.
I mean, I couldn't even swindle $5 million out of you, man. So I know you're not giving that out, man. But with that said, what's your overall opinion of SPCE? Do you think commercial flights to outer space is gonna really be a thing?
I think so. I think so for the upper class. I feel like people, like I said, the one guy, he bought a ticket and then he couldn't go. He had something come up, I guess. He was just so important that he couldn't go. And this guy bought a $28 million ticket for his son, and his son's gonna go. I feel like rich people that really have money, affluent, they're gonna do it. I think it's a thing.
Okay. I'm still not bought into it to the point. I don't think enough people do it to the point where it can be profitable, but hey, what do I know? As I always say, I am not a financial advisor.
And I'm not an expert.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's your boy, Young Equity Chris.
It's your boy, Young Equity Devin. Let's get it.
Still can't see.